the strange contradiction we rarely notice. Have you ever noticed something strange? We can smile at people we barely know, thank the cashier, apologize to someone we've just met, control our emotions around coworkers, carefully choose our words with strangers. Yet when we return home, that patience often disappears. We speak more sharply, become more easily offended, lose our temper more quickly, struggle to understand one another. And ironically, it happens with the people we love the most. Why love sometimes hurts more. Many people assume this means the love within a family is fading, but often the opposite is true. Because we care deeply, we hurt more deeply. Psychologists have long observed that the people closest to us often have the greatest influence over our emotional well-being. According to attachment theory, our earliest relationships become the foundation of how we experience safety, connection, and emotional pain throughout life. Because we hope, we become more disappointed. Because the relationship matters, every word carries more weight. The closer someone is to our heart, the greater their ability to affect our emotions. A stranger's opinion may bother us for a moment. A family member's words can stay with us for years, not because they are more powerful people, but because they occupy a more meaningful place within us. The stories our minds create. Psychology suggests that people do not react only to events. We react to the meaning we assign to those events. Research in cognitive psychology suggests that emotions are shaped not only by what happens to us, but by how our minds interpret what happens. If a coworker forgets to thank us, we might assume they are busy. If a family member does the same thing, our minds may begin telling a different story. They don't appreciate me. They don't care. They don't understand everything I've done. The event itself may be small. The meaning becomes enormous. And often, what hurts us is not reality itself. It is the story quietly unfolding inside our minds. Every family carries an invisible history. A house is more than walls and furniture. It is a collection of memories, thousands of conversations, thousands of expressions, thousands of emotional moments. Some create warmth, others leave invisible scars. That is why family conflicts are rarely about today's problem alone. Sometimes an old wound joins the conversation. A simple comment may feel like an attack. Psychologists call this negativity bias. The human brain naturally pays more attention to potential threats than to positive experiences, making hurtful moments feel larger than they sometimes are. A certain tone of voice may feel like rejection, not because the words are exceptionally cruel, but because they touch a place within us that has never fully healed. Two people can hear the same sentence and experience completely different emotions. Each person carries their own emotional map, and no two maps are exactly alike. The silent expectations that create distance. One of the most common psychological traps in families is expectation without communication. We want to be understood without explaining. We want to be noticed without asking. We want to feel loved without expressing what we need. When those expectations remain unmet, disappointment appears. And when disappointment remains unspoken, distance begins to grow. Not suddenly, not dramatically, quietly, almost invisibly, like dust settling day after day, until one day, the conversations become shorter, the laughter becomes less frequent, and the warmth that once felt natural feels strangely far away.
Relationships are built by small moments.
Many people believe families break apart because of major arguments, but more often, relationships weaken because small acts of kindness slowly disappear. No longer asking how someone is doing, no longer listening until they finish speaking, no longer saying thank you, no longer saying sorry. Human relationships are rarely built by grand gestures. They are built by tiny moments repeated over time. A smile, a moment of attention, a gentle word. I understand. I'm listening. I'm here. Small moments. Relationship researcher John Gottman found that strong relationships are often defined not by grand gestures, but by tiny daily moments of connection. Small responses to small emotional needs can shape the future of a relationship. Repeated consistently, that is often how trust survives. In a world that moves faster every year, we often forget how simple human emotional needs really are. Everyone wants to feel seen. Everyone wants to feel valued. Everyone wants to know that their presence matters. And family is meant to be the first place where those needs are met. Not because families are perfect, but because families are where people first learn what love feels like, where we learn forgiveness, where we learn understanding, and perhaps most importantly, where we learn that the people we love will never be perfect, just as we are not perfect. Reflection. Maybe that is why no home is ever truly perfect, because a home is not a collection of flawless people. It is a collection of hearts that keep trying to understand even after misunderstanding, trying to listen even when tired, trying to love even after being hurt. Misunderstandings happen, voices rise, but love always whispers louder. A gentle word can end a long night. A small apology can rebuild a moment. Siblings may fight, parents may struggle, but families grow when each heart chooses kindness. Because at the end of the day, family is where the heart comes home to rest. Studies on emotional safety suggest that people thrive when they have at least one environment where they feel accepted, understood, and emotionally secure. Before you go, ask yourself one question. When was the last time you showed the same patience to your family that you show to strangers?